let's see. It's going through a motion here. It just said I'm live, so I'm guessing I'm live like right now. Hi everybody. Hi Floss Tube. I'm hoping, because I didn't do a real good job about announcing this either. I'm hoping that people are getting into the rhythm of 1 p.m. on Sunday. Tends to be my sweet spot time. And we'll see how that goes today. But I am Amy. This is Little Farm Quilts. And welcome to my Stitch With Me. If you're new to my channel, you know I used to do lives. You don't know. I used to do lives all the time over on the Facebook platform. And I have decided to continue that tradition over on YouTube instead of publishing videos and editing and spending all the time doing that. I would rather do live interaction. We'll see if people join. And if they join, if they comment, so I know they're there, but otherwise I'm just going to keep talking. So the Stitch With Me is when I'm going to work on my Mushroom and Fern mandala. I was inspired to work on this pattern by Stephanie at Lindy Stitches. This is by Chatelaine Designs. As you can see, if you follow me on Instagram, it looks like a mess, right? I have all these threads here. There's parts that I work on just to get to a point, and then I'll work on something else to get to a point. So that's kind of where you see all these threads. That's kind of where I'm at. I got to a point with the scroll work where I needed to stop and line up some of these stitches. So I did just stop there. And I have since bought, I started out by buying the paper pattern for this. I've since bought the PDF pattern, which is not compatible with Pattern Keeper. However, hi Stephanie. However, it's easier for me to read on a PDF. I also have sitting next to me here a piece. This is a piece of batting, and as you can see, this is the thread I'm using for a lot of the beading. So you can see the beading in here. See all the glitter? Hi Mom. These beads in here I absolutely love them. And every one of these is beaded. There's beads throughout this entire thing. I had spent a whole evening putting in, I don't know, there's probably 50 or more beads in here. Maybe not. Close. And once I got a rhythm, it actually wasn't so bad. But I have now, I wanted to get, I'm not real, I guess this part's called the meadow. I don't have a real comfort zone in the meadow yet. So I wanted to get what this is called the side frame, I think. I was just looking at it, or the upper frame. I wanted to get this in so that I could start working on this. So I want to get this in on both sides here. And then I'll start working in the meadow in this area right here. Because I think I might freehand some of that once I get some of the main pieces in. Thanks, Mom. It is fun to work on. However, this live is the last time I will work on this week until next weekend. I'm going back to Land That I Love. I have modified my KZ Creation lamp stand to hold this bad boy. And I have freed up my floor stand, which I think I'm going to put Land That I Love in a Q-snap and actually two-hand stitch that one. I'm growing accustomed to two-handed stitching, and the 40 count, although I can stitch it in hand, I think I stitch it faster when it's in something. Did I show the cover? No, I don't have it with me. Hold on. Let me see if I have a PDF of it. Hold, please. So I'm going to pull it up on 1, 2, 3 stitch. You guys can take a look. This is the let me enlarge it as much as I can. This is the pattern. Can you guys see that? That new coffee cup, Mom, is what I got at my one Hobby Lobby run since the quarantine. And it's beautiful. If you are interested in seeing one done, head on over to Lindy Stitch's Floss Tube. Stephanie did one, and hers is beautiful. I'm kind of gimping my way through. I really don't know a lot about some of these stitches, and I'm teaching myself. There's a lot of specialty stitches, not just cross stitches. And I'm teaching myself, but I think it'll be fun. Anyway, I'm needing a little extra coffee today. And right out of the gate, I have a knot in my thread. There we go. So we were out late last night. We were in Liverpool, New York last night. A friend of ours played, and I hope she's watching, Debbie. She played her guitar and sung a few songs, and we went to see her. And then, it's funny, we pulled in the parking lot there and remembered that we had not given our dogs meds. We have a lab that is on comfort care. He's 13. He's struggling, so he's on some pain management. And we had forgotten to give him his meds before we left, so we did end up leaving the concert. After we saw her, but before it ended, because we needed to get home and get him his meds. But we got home at, I don't know, 9:40 probably. And I don't think I went to sleep till midnight. I was kind of amped up from being out. So I got up this morning early because I had to do something at church this morning. I got a thread kind of hanging up underneath there. There we go. So I'm feeling like a little nap today. However, I don't generally do that, so it may be after this I get Land That I Love loaded on my floor stand, and I probably will stitch and watch movies the rest of the day, which is fine too. What else did we do? We haven't really done a whole lot. Matt and I Matt's hubby, for those of you that don't know, we kind of decided, we have been over the last year or so trying to make small changes in our diet to help us be healthier, live longer without medications. You know, I think what everybody strives to do, right? We all strive to live longer without medications, more active. Oh, I can't watch movies the rest of the day. He and I are supposed to work out today. That just reminded me. Over the latter part of this last week, we decided that it was probably time for us to just completely switch over to being vegan, which I know everybody's gonna gasp because being vegan has some sort of connotation to it, but there's actually a lot of good medical evidence that says, hold on, let me get this needle in here. I'm doing Algerian eyelets right now, so I have to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing. That eating plant-based is how we were meant to eat. It's healthier, easier for us to digest. it's medicine for our body, eating more vegetables. You know, we all know we're supposed to eat more vegetables, right? And there's increasing amounts of evidence that say eating animal protein is not something we were meant to do. So how do we really know? Because I think the information out there is super confusing. But there were a couple things. I watched a couple documentaries, and there were a couple things that struck me. Sometimes the results of people going to plant-based diet, the results are hard to deny. So you have to take that into consideration. And we were already kind of gearing towards that anyway, to be more healthy in general. So understand that Matt and I have already been on the road of reducing our meat, egg, dairy consumption. And I used to be like a cheese fanatic, so that's a big deal. And trying to work out and trying to be healthier and all of those things. So we were already on that road. We made small changes over a long period of time. And then this week it just kind of culminated. So we've been eating completely plant-based for the last few days. It's been a little bit of a challenge in that, you know, it's kind of mental, right? Because we've already kind of eliminated portions of meat out of our diet. I think it's a mental thing. I really do. I don't know if you guys can see the stitching. Can you? Let me know. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, we're both really tired today. I don't think that has anything to do with our diet. I think that has everything to do with we were up really late last night, and we don't typically do that anymore. You know, I think the weird part of having this on my frame is it's higher. You can't see the stitching, so this really doesn't do any good, huh? I wonder what I can do, if I can do anything to make it different than it is. I'll try to do it right here while we're on the live. Hold on, let me get done with this one. Let me figure something out here. I'm going to move the camera, so just bear with me for a minute. I don't want it in, see, I don't want it right here. But I think we might have to. Hold on, I'm going to figure you out. Hold on, I'm going to switch you to here while I figure something out. Thankfully, I have everything like right here next to me. So we just might have to have the camera a little bit in frame. I can't zoom in with this camera. That's the thing. But I might be able to, if you guys want to bear with me for just a second. I might be able to get an angle where it's not completely, because I'll lift this up a little bit. So you have my face. We'll just do trial and error right here. Let's see if this works. Hold on. Bear with me. Give me 2 seconds. Let's put you back to the split. And then we'll see if we can get the camera. Ooh, that's too close, right? Yeah, zooming in on this camera using this software is not optimal, I can tell you that. But I'm not a professional either. How do you like your view? I have to switch everything around, see my coffee cup, and then I have some haul there to show you guys on my next floss tube. Let me take you off here so I can really crank this thing around. There. Let's lift this down just a little. Let's see. The other thing I've learned is just because I can't see it here when I test things out doesn't mean you can't see it. So, because you guys have told me that you could see it before, and honestly I couldn't see it. So let's see what we got here. Let's give that a second to focus in. It's not gonna. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to ditch this camera because it's not going anywhere. Let's use this camera. See if I can get this to work. That's better, isn't it? I think this is hilarious right now. You guys can see that stitching, huh? Hello. Kind of perfect right there, except I don't have any way to hold it there. I'm looking around. Hold on. Okay, we're just going to kind of leave it like that for right now. See how that works. We're probably going to have to cut this short today. Just because I really have no way to hold that there. I'm still looking. Talks amongst yourselves. I really have absolutely no way to hold that there. Except for my hand, which is going to make it hard to stitch. So as I look around and try to figure this out, I'm looking, hold on. So anyway, we're trying to make the switch to vegan, which has been a challenge, not gonna lie. Which it shouldn't have been because, oh, now you're gonna hear my dogs bark. All around a great live today, huh guys? I'm sorry. We may have to end this. I was hoping they would stop barking. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, my apologies, but we're going to end this. The dogs are barking incessantly. I have no way to mount this camera the way it's currently held. But thanks for joining me. We'll try again. Alright, have a great